What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Pursuit of Destiny podcast. It's me, Ricky Jones Jr., back for another episode. And this one, we are going to be talking about what it means and how you can be an optimist, okay? So if you don't know about this podcast, this one is here to help everybody to pursue their passions, to achieve the purpose in which they were born to achieve, to help them all fulfill your destiny, okay? So we talk about various things that are necessary to do those things, as well as interview people who are actually doing them. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, whatever it is that you do to be connected with what we do, so that you can do what you do greater, okay? I said a lot, but I just love everything that was said, so I'm not going to take anything out. But nonetheless, we are talking about how to be an optimist, okay? Largely because our affirmation on yesterday, on Monday, was all about being an optimist. And so as we do, we break down each line here. And the first one is, I am an optimist. Now, you may be wondering what it is and what it means to be an optimist, because that's not a word that is used quite often. Quite often you hear like, hey, like, you know, I have the thought of the glass more full than it is empty, like half empty or half full. I think that's really how it goes. Or somebody that is positive thinking, positive minded, not thinking of doom, but thinking of joy and things like that. However, in order to be an optimist, it means that you have like a thought pattern or a doctrine of optimism. And so in order to break that down, let's define what the word optimism means. And it is a noun. It's a disposition or tendency to look on the more favorable side of events or conditions and to expect the most favorable outcome, right? Or the belief that good ultimately predominates over evil in the world. Or thirdly, the belief that goodness pervades reality, okay? And so, you know, hey, what is it that you do? What is it that you believe? Here it is. To be an optimist means that you have an optimism mindset, right? Thinking positive, thinking good, thinking that ways are being made before you that you may not be able to see right now. So in order to be an optimist, we first have to have that type of mindset going in each and every day, right? Don't let anything go your way that you don't have an optimistic mindset towards, right? It could be you pulling up at a restaurant, okay? And so one of mine happens to be, one of my favorites is Chick-fil-A. I think that's one of many. But nonetheless, that's one of my favorite restaurants, drive-through ones. I'm optimist, right? I'm optimist that my fries are going to be fresh and hot. I'm optimist that my chicken sandwich or my nuggets will be great and fresh. My sauce will be good. I usually get like the cherry Coke when I go. All that's going to be good. I already know the service is going to be great, right? That's just that predetermined optimistic lifestyle or mindset that I have. However, I even use it over the food, okay? And it just goes on from there, right? And it just spirals. It could be a meeting that you have scheduled for your day, a meeting that you have looking forward to in your week, right? Or a position that you're looking to elevate to, or doors that you're looking to be open. Have an optimistic lifestyle mindset going into each and everything, and you will be surprised with what comes out of that. And then it goes on to say, I believe that things are constantly getting better in my life. What a belief, what a mindset, what a thought to have. Now, I do want to say this because, you know, I keep saying mindset, I keep saying thoughts, but we know that out of the abundance of the heart, your mouth speaks. And out of what your mouth speaks, you're creating the reality that you're ultimately seeing. So it first starts with what your thoughts are, what's on the inside that you are walking around with, okay? And whatever that is, whatever those things are, that is what will come out of your mouth. And whatever comes out of your mouth, that's ultimately what you see. So if you have the thought, right, belief that things are constantly getting better in my life, that will be the source in which your words are provided from, right? So you look at everything, it's getting better. You're getting stopped by 3 red lights, but you have 6 more to go, and you're like, it's going to get better. I'm not going to be late. Everything's going to work out fine. And then lo and behold, you'll get there either before time or on time or before the time in which you need to be there. And it just happens time and time again. But it starts with a belief. It starts with a mindset. It starts with a positive perspective of good, okay? No matter what it is. Because remember, to have an optimistic lifestyle, you have to have optimism, right? And optimism says good prevails over evil, okay? So It is what it is, and that's just what it is. And then it goes on to say, even when I cannot see the solution, I know there is a solution. This is so cool, right? Largely because we talked about it in previous podcasts, but largely because there's a law of polarity, right? And with that law, it simply is letting us know that there is never just positive and there's never just negative, right? For every positive, there is a negative. For every negative, there is a positive. Therefore, for every problem that you're facing, you know that there is a solution for that. And I happen to love life so much so that I even love finding solutions and know that I can find a solution for whatever problem I'm presented, right? I just have that mindset. I have that belief, and I haven't been conquered yet, right? Even if I don't have an answer for something right now, it's okay, right? The thought is still there so that when the rest of the information comes, right? I don't know everything. So when enough information comes my way, boom, it will trigger a solution to something that I have not solved yet. However, being an optimist, having an optimistic mindset, we have to know and to believe that even when I cannot see the solution currently, I know there is a solution. And let me say this too. It could be so that you aren't the one that could possess the solution. However, those around you could have the solution as well. So we have to use this same mindset, not only for who we are and what we walk around with, but also with that same mindset for those in which we come in contact with, those in which are our teams or within our teams, those who are our leaders, those who we may not see as people that may have a solution. However, let's just be optimistic. Let's have an open mindset that maybe they do know this. Maybe they do have some type of experience or some type of information that can lead us to a solution, right? Because now you brought on somebody else into this whole equation. So now it's an us thing and not just a me thing or an I thing. So being optimistic does involve other people sometimes, right? Including other people, involving other people. Other people sometimes come into the equation because we aren't put into this world to live life by ourselves, right? We know that, we recognize that, we know in so many different ways we are and can be dependent upon others to do what we need to do. However, it's okay with an optimistic mindset, right? And it doesn't mean just going through life, just wondering, oh, hocus pocusly, everything's gonna happen serendipitously. No, no, I'm not saying that. Don't hear that. Don't try to leave with that mindset. However, I am saying do go into each and every day, each and every meeting, each and every opportunity that you get to meet others with an opportunity that, hey, this is a cool person. This is a great opportunity. Man, greatness can come out of this. Man, this is not a waste of my time. Man, this is a learning experience that I can have. Man, there is something that will take place here that will better my future to come. So I'm going into this open-minded, optimistic, knowing that something will take place that I will be satisfied and happy with, right? There's just so much freedom going into situations like that. And then it goes on to say, all is well in my life. What a moment of peace, right? Let's just soak in that peace. All is well in my life. That takes belief. That takes optimism. That takes a level of calmness, because it may not look that way. But it's okay. Remember, out of the words that we say, out of the things that come out of our mouths, creates the reality that we ultimately will see. So if things do not look the best, one, be optimistic, right? That's what we're talking about. But then two, have the words that go along with the reality that we want to see. I'm going to repeat that. If things don't look the way we want them to see, number one, let's be optimistic about it. But then number two, let us say the words to create the actual reality that we want to see. By saying all is well in my life, that means all is well in my life. I rarely use those words like all and never, but in a situation like this, man, it is a perfect word to add to the sentence by saying all is well in my life. All is well in your life. All is well in my life. All is well in your neighbor's life, your friend's life, your parents' life, your children's life, your spouse's life, your girlfriend, your boyfriend's life, right? Your significant other's life. All is well in their life. And just say that each and every day. And man, what a peace. What a peace I have currently just saying it, thinking it, and living in that reality within that moment, right? But I mean, that's something that we do really want for everybody. So hey, let's just keep going before I get stuck in that place, which is a good place to be stuck in, because honestly, that's what destiny feels like. It feels like an all is well in my life type of feeling, because you're doing ultimately what you were put in this earth, in this world to do. You're allowing yourself to live through your purpose. You're following your passions. You're making connections. You're pleasing yourself by pleasing others, right? Because that's what our purpose and our passions ultimately do. They are to service others. So, hey, let's just keep all those things in mind. So it goes on to say, after that, I have a constant expectation of good concerning my life. Not only is all is well in our lives, but to go another step forward, it says, I have a constant expectation of good concerning my life. I have a constant. What is constant in our lives that we can just, put our mindsets to? The sun being present each and every day, right? Air being provided for us to be able to breathe, right? Blood flowing through our body so that we can make moves and things like that. The internet being available for people. Those things are constant, right? And I'm not going to dig into that, but nonetheless, we know for those that have consistent connection to the internet, it's consistent. It's consistent there whether or not you have connection. But nonetheless, I say all those things to say those things are constant, right? So what if we start this week? What if we start today to have a constant expectation of good concerning my life? Friends, family, loved ones, all of them. Let's have a constant expectation of good, right? And I'm saying that just thinking what I have going on in my life, right? I have a dentist appointment coming up and I have to get a crown. I already know what it is, but I'm having an expectation of good, that the procedure is going to go well, that, hey, the money is going to be there to be able to pay for it, and all is going to be well. When I'm having the temporary crown in, it's not going to pop out, come out, or anything like that. The one that's going to come is going to last me a great length of time. All those different things, everything in your life. Don't just put certain things in the category of expecting good, but put everything, put all things. As we already said, all is well in our lives, and we have a constant expectation of good. Have a positive mindset, a positive expectation concerning the things that are going on in your life, whether it's your job, whether it's your business endeavors that you're looking to pursue, whether it is your relationships, whether it is your money. Have a constant expectation of good, that money is going to come your way, relationships are going to come your way, opportunities will come your way that you did not imagine, largely because you have a constant expectation of good and you are optimistic, which allows for things to flow your way. I'm just saying, it happens. It's not cliche. The things that you say ultimately will be the reality that you have. It's just a matter of time. At the end of the day, it's just a matter of time. So, with that being said, great people, let's be optimistic about the life that we live, the opportunities that we have, and the things that we come in contact with, largely because we all want everybody to be great, to do good, and to live a life that is full of destiny each and every day. So, with that being said, click that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it as we continue to encourage you to do all that you can do to be all that you were born to be. But then also click those follow buttons if you are listening on any of these various podcast platforms, right? If you're there, we're there, and we're on other ones as well. So with that being said, I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I will see you on the next episode. But you all know how we say and what we say. Don't just live life, but pursue destiny daily. See you on the next one, great people. Peace.